This is the East Aurora Advertiser podcast for July 3rd. In the newsroom, I'm Jeremy Morlock. The 2008 film Doubt, starring Philip Seymour Hoffman, Meryl Streep, Amy Adams, and Viola Davis, garnered critical acclaim and 5 Oscar nominations. The film was written and directed by John Patrick Shanley, based upon his own play. On July 10th and 11th, the play will come to East Aurora in the form of a staged reading presented at Baker Memorial Church. Nicholas Kowerko and Bonnie Bullard, two of the driving forces behind the staging, spoke to the Advertiser about the production. Both are East Aurora High School graduates who just completed their first year at SUNY Fredonia. Kowerko said that they discovered the play through the film.
I knew that as soon as I watched it, it was a very brilliant piece, and to learn that it was also a play that won the Pulitzer and many Tony Awards was, definitely something that kind of stuck with me. So, I watched the movie, over and over again, every day for a week, I think. When summer started to approach, I thought of the possibility of putting on a production. It's a relatively simple play to do in terms of the set and the casting, because it's just the 4 characters. The movie, they expand everything, they take it to all different points of the school, and they add all these different characters. But the play is just the 4 characters of Mrs. Muller, the 2 sisters, and Father Flynn. So I knew that watching the movie and then doing a little research about the play, I definitely knew that it was going to be something that I would be able to do with the help of some other devoted people.
Kowerko will play the role of Father Flynn, and the production is his first experience as a director. Bonnie Bullard is also excited about her role.
Well, I'm Sister Aloysius, who is principal of the school. Nick asked me if I would like to do the play, and immediately I was interested because of how much I love the movie, and that I'd be playing Meryl Streep's role, and I loved Meryl Streep, and she did amazing in the movie, so I was really, really excited when he asked me, so I was right on board from the beginning.
Catherine Lang plays the role of Mrs. Muller, with Marin Johnson as Sister James. Kristen Wagner is the stage manager. After gaining permission to use the stage in the church hall and buying the rights to perform the play, the group had to decide upon their approach.
The important note to stress here is that it's a staged reading as opposed to a performance of it.
Okay.
People are going to come and hopefully they won't be well, why do they have their scripts with them?
Mm-hmm.
And so we really wanted to stress that it was a staged reading. But with some staged readings, it's the actors sitting in a circle reading. I knew that was something that I didn't want to do. While we will have our scripts in our hands, we're still moving around the stage, and we're still just giving it every bit of emotion that it should have.
Bullard and Kowerko described the premise of the play.
It's set in a Catholic school in the 60s, and Sister Aloysius and Sister James suspect Father Flynn of possibly molesting one of the children, one of the students. They have no proof. We do. Go ahead.
Sister Aloysius, you start to think that maybe she only thinks this because she doesn't like Father Flynn, and because he's too liberal and he wants to change the ways that the school is run. She's more conservative, and you start to think maybe she just doesn't like him and wants him gone.
While the basic premise is child molestation and possible pedophilia, there are so many underlying tones to it. There's faith crisis, there's the title of the play, Doubt. There's the doubt that someone may have about their religion, their basic emotions, their doubt in other people fulfilling their obligations to each other, to themselves, and that's another, just all of the themes are very importantly stressed. We won't give away the ending, obviously, you'll have to come see it, yeah. But it's very intense.
Very dramatic.
And perfectly written.
I asked Kowerko about the idea of staging such a production inside a church.
I think that Reverend Dirk, the pastor here, approved it because of its religious themes to it. And the title of the play is Doubt, a Parable. it's not just doubt, it's doubt, a parable. So like there's definitely a lesson to be learned and something to take in. And hopefully, people will, we want people to take different thoughts about it so that they can discuss it.
The staged readings of Doubt will take place on July 10th and 11th at 8 p.m. in the Friends Hall at Baker Memorial Church. The actors are asking visitors to give a $5 donation, which will go to the Roswell Park Cancer Institute. The Advertiser podcast is a production of EastAuroraNY.com.
This week's podcast is made possible by the Backyard Bash concert series. The family-friendly concerts, sponsored by local merchants and organizations, will be held at 5:30 each Thursday from July 9th to August 20th in the parking lot behind Vidler's. Visit www.eastarorany.com for details.